Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Delle. I'm excited that you're here with me today. Today I'm feeling to talk about time. So that was coming in as a way to help support, just to kind of shift the way that we're looking at time, especially if you find that you're on an ascension journey or awakening journey, or if you've been activated lately or recently. So what that means is that you've had an awareness about something and it has expanded your consciousness in some way or another, leading you to evolve in some way or another. So this is often soul-led. It is soul-led. Your soul wants you to evolve and to grow. And whatever that happened, it could have been you were doing self-inquiry, a meditation, you realized something about yourself, something inspired you, but it has triggered this sense of awakening or this sense of a deeper purpose within yourself where you are aligning more to the calling or to the prompts of your own heart, your own soul, maybe even to deepen your own inquiry of self. What do you want to do in life? Where do you want to go? So time is coming through in that way as a reminder that time does not exist. It does for purposes of us being in this human form, in this human life, in this human environment, but really it's because we've created it. There are cycles, of course, that we notice in nature. The sun comes up and then it goes down, the moon comes up, it goes down, the moon has its own cycles that it goes through, but somewhere along the lines, humans decided it's better to be organized and to group the passing of these things that happen or whatever, the way that the earth rotates, the way that the sun is, the way that the moon comes up and goes through its phases. We're going to create something called time around that. So, X amount of days is equal to a calendar. We notice that the earth rotates in this frequency, so we'll break it up into that. So that way it's more manageable. So really time is just an objectification of something that is so untangible. We needed to make it something that is tangible so we could understand and see, and to kind of govern the way that we do things. How much time should something take? How much time are we willing to spend on something? Crime and punishments coming through. How much time should we sentence somebody for a crime that, was committed or whatever? And we've decided that this is about a fair amount of that time, to serve as something. So it then became a form of currency, a measurable currency. So time. So a lot of times, a lot of times too, we hear this more and more every day about people wanting not so much financial freedom from their work. Of course, that is very nice and enjoyable, and finances is a means. But I'm also hearing a lot more and more nowadays that time freedom is a big thing, and I wonder how many people who want this time freedom understand that they're actually saying that they want to be free of time. So rather than having more time, it's really not being tied to something that governs you by a sense of time. So time is also broken down, of course, into past, present, and future, but we're putting that aside for this video today. How it wanted to come through and to be supportive and helpful for whoever's watching the video today is just understanding and recognizing, especially if you're on a spiritual path, an ascension journey, if you've gone through an awakening or an activation lately or recently or whatever, it's almost like the rules of time no longer exist or apply. There might be this feeling of, I have all the time in the world now, and when you recognize more and more and lean into how limitless you are really in your reality, in your soul, your soul's composition, how it's absent of time, it's limitless, but sometimes the mind or the ego will come in to kind of say, oh, maybe I should be doing things faster, maybe I should be speeding things up, or maybe I should be more far along in my life. I'm however many years old, I should be doing this, I should be doing more of this. So-and-so was enlightened when they were 20 and I'm 54. I'm hearing it's very important to be aware of the mind and the ego's tendency to kind of set the bait up or breadcrumb you into that comparison track. So really understanding that comparison, depending what you're comparing on, there's usually an element of time in that. So-and-so has achieved more, so-and-so has accomplished more than I have, or I haven't accomplished enough, or the other side of that too is I've done too much. Maybe I should hold myself back so others can catch up so I'm not so lonely. So I don't feel like that's for most of you are going to be residing in that last statement, but time is coming forward as the dismantling of this old construct. Do you ever notice how when something's incredibly painful, it seems to last an eternity? It's because we're holding on to it, and we're actually slowing down the flow. So there is no momentum anymore. It's a slowing down of the flow because all of our attention is on the resistance around something rather than just letting it flow. And then how when we are super excited, we hold on to it in a different way. We want to hold on to every moment. It's like we can't hold on to them fast enough because then the moment's gone. So flow is needed in a different way there. But just understanding and observing, if you want to try this out in the upcoming week for you, when things are like they suck, does time seem to go on longer? Is your perceived measurement of time way longer? So traffic jams, waiting in line, trying to find parking in the busy city, whatever it is. Do you notice that time is just slipping away from you in that way? On the other hand, do you notice that there's things that you really want to do or you want to enjoy, or even things that you do enjoy and it feels like time just flew? Maybe catching up with an old friend. Are you really allowing yourself to be present and just allowing the exact amount of time to be present for you because it's happening in the now? So the now is always constant. The now is what we can always return home to. If you want to really practice this and get a hold of this, just always returning back to the now moment, to the present moment, allowing everything to flow and be created from that present moment. That will also help big time with frustration if you're somebody who gets caught up or suffers from frustration. So I will leave that there for you today. I hope it reached whoever it needed to reach and that it was helped and inspired you in some way, shape, or form. If it did, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it, and I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, stay well, take care, and I will see you. Bye.